Friends, it's go time. I'm happy to go through this process with you. Some of you, I'm sure, are the veterans of online teaching and that world, and I would love for you to be sharing along with me some of the lessons you've learned and some of your favorite tools. But yeah, what I'm really hoping we do here together is see this change as something like an opportunity, and it's an opportunity not to reproduce the classroom, the face-to-face experience, although some of the tools that we'll look at definitely were kind of designed to accomplish something like that. But I really think there's some cool opportunity here to transform what's possible with teaching and learning. We have so much really interesting technology available, and it'll force you and force me, even I'm pushing myself right here to try to learn some new stuff even as I'm doing this. It'll push you to make some discoveries and think about your relationship to the technology as it facilitates your relationship with people in really interesting ways. But okay, so as you know, the tools available to us, they change the type of product that's possible. So what I hope to do is encourage something like a reorientation. Certainly, you will be dealing with some stress and some anxiety, as you as you try to take on some of the, learning a new set of tools and skills. But that is good. That's going to be awesome. And it's just like I say, a really cool opportunity to dig in and learn some new things that you can now offer and participate in something like 21st century teaching and learning that was never possible before. So affordances, so the tools available. One of the main superpowers available to you because of online technology is interconnectedness. So this is something that is difficult to accomplish. Almost impossible to accomplish with something like a paper handout. So one of the things that I did a lot, I used Schoology. This is where I hosted all the files for my classes, although the final uploads of grades and things like that would have been our version of Blackboard, UB Learns, at the University of Buffalo. And by the way, a lot of this is coming from me teaching 2 semesters of an online class for writing. It was like a mid-level writing class. Yeah, so I hosted anything the students needed to access here on Schoology. It's a useful platform. If you have any questions about that, feel free to jump in with some of those. But whenever possible, I would upload a link rather than a discrete file. And that's one of the things that I would encourage you to do. It builds in really cool flexibility. And again, it takes advantage of the interconnectedness that's possible. One of the main reasons I did this is to build flexibility in for me, and also to give the students something like a less cluttered and again, more sense of interconnectedness when dealing with the files of this course. So first example is here, the syllabus. So again, this is a link to the syllabus. This is not the syllabus itself. So what I found was there's a super nice relationship between something like Schoology, which is hosting all of the files or all the documents that a student needs for a course, and then Google Docs. And will be others, but for me, Google Docs is the best and the cleanest. So they would find the syllabus here. What's great about a link and about Google Docs, or even something like Dropbox or OneDrive, you can do all the changes and the editing and everything on the back end, behind the scenes, and then, of course, the students get the freshest copy of whatever it was you were working on without you having to re-upload everything, and especially if you have 2 or 3 sections and you don't have to mess with remembering to upload documents in 2 or 3 different places. Okay, so instead of having the full explanations of assignments and things on the syllabus itself, what I did instead was have a blurb of the main particular assignment, and then I would send them to a fuller explanation in another document, which was the assignment guidelines. So the blurbs generally stayed the same, but if I wanted to, make a few changes to the assignment overall, I would do that in the guidelines. And then I'd go back and check the syllabus just to see if there was maybe a detail here or there that I needed to change. But what I liked is it kind of cleaned up the syllabus. And again, whenever I needed to make changes, whether they were fundamental changes to the assignment, go to the guidelines, updated them there. But for the most part, I never had to re-upload anything. because it's just so smooth. But these are the kinds of things that are possible when, again, you take advantage of the technology you have rather than trying to reproduce, handing out physical papers and stuff like that. Yeah, because you can assume that students will be online and they have to become familiar with these tools. In fact, I suggest that you even orient students to these tools so that they then can start using them as they start producing assignments. In fact, that's something I'm excited to talk about and share about later on. I mean, in upcoming videos, is how to use even like to work beyond written text, to work beyond flat and static images, to start thinking and imagining more assignments that allow students to use more interconnectedness and more modes of communicating. So, video, of course, things like emojis and memes and all that kind of stuff, but allowing students to bring in these other forms of expression because now they're available to you in ways that were not possible in the classroom. So again, take some time. Yeah, there's some urgency here, but take some time to reorient yourself to the task of classroom teaching. Allow yourself to reimagine it and not just work to reproduce it. So it'll take some energy up front, but it's totally worth it. And I'm definitely here and happy to offer some feedback and some more ideas and stuff. And again, I hope that you all can kind of interact and learn from each other as well. But yeah, there's so many cool opportunities here, and this is just the beginning. So anyway, have a great one. Enjoy the day, and yeah, looking forward to learning together here.